do you you acquire with partners and then get to a certain point where they've met their return, their negotiated return, you can refinance them out, or
Yes. So, okay. So people that set up a syndication, in the structure of syndication, you're paying people from the equity. So you're giving them some cash flow and a percentage of the upside, sometimes 60, 70% of the upside gain when you sell the property. So you have to sell the property within 5 to 7 years.
yeah,
What I have suggested since 2009 is to set up a real estate fund where you set up only once, and the setup, you can put as many properties as you want in the fund. It's like a mutual fund. So a real estate fund is not an equity fund, but it's a debt fund. So I pay people, for example, 6 and 8% based on how much they invest. 25,000 minimum to 249,000, they get 6% per year. 250,000 plus, they get 8%. They can compound their money. In 10 years, they'll be making 12% annually. In 19 years, they'll be making like 20% annually. And I've had people, I mean, my funds were set up in 2009. Before even people didn't even know what a fund is or syndication, let alone. So the difference with a debt fund is I don't have to sell the assets. So I am paying the investors a steady return every 6 months. Anytime they want to cash out is 12 months notice. And I usually cash them out in less than 6 months, full capital with accrued interest. I charge no fees. So it's very attractive for retirees, for people that want steady income, for people that want good cash flow. And for me, I don't have to sell. So I set up people, these type of structures, so they can set up once, they save on attorney's fees. I have in-house attorneys set it up. We do it all like one package less than any attorney in the country, plus a full day training with me, not somebody else. I show them how to raise capital one-on-one, how to raise in group presentations. I give them the PowerPoint. I mean, we do it totally turnkey, and it has transformed so many people's lives. What I didn't count on is that they go find deals and then bring me in, and we do joint ventures. And that started growing like crazy.
Yeah, because your students are your deal finders now, because they're out there and then they need help taking the deal down and then managing after the acquisition. That's the whole. It's not a celebration when it closes. Then now it's time to work.
Yeah,
it's a celebration when it either refinance or you sell. But I like it. No, it's different verticals.
And for those who don't want to set up a fund, I teach them to find the single tenant buildings that are vacant, put them under contract using my proof of fund, which is from my funds. And those are like novice, the people starting. I give them a full training to do a joint venture by assigning like wholesaling commercial real estate to my fund. So they find the single tenant buildings. I give them the tenant list. I tell them the exact script they got to tell the tenants. I tell them how to take a video. And I actually adjust the email they're going to send to the tenants. And when one tenant calls them back, they email it to my office, and we set up a Zoom call and we talk to the tenants. Yeah. Like today, later on, we have a call set up at 11 o'clock that will be with a tenant that actually wants to get in. It's a coffee company. I don't want to say the name, but it's great. We have another deal closing, which, believe it or not, will put the property, the student of mine, his first deal, put the property under contract, called on different tenants. McDonald's called him back and said, we don't want to lease, we want to buy it. So we're flipping it to them. He's making $91,000. I'm going to do a success story with him when we close.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put it also on YouTube, and so people could see.
Well, and that just goes to show the many different ways of succeeding in real estate. There's so many different ways of partnering and taking, and really you're solving problems along the way, because the seller needed to sell or you're the buyer. Just so many different ways going about it. Very cool. I like the different nuggets. Just picking your brain and your experience throughout the years, just seeing different how you go about with different scenarios and situations.
Thanks, John.
If somebody wants to get a hold of you, reach out, learn more about you, possibly invest in your fund, be a student, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, easiest way is the website. I have it here right next to my name. It's cmrei.com, Sharif Medawar realestateinvesting.com, and or they can email my VP, Ashley, ASHLEE, at cmrei.com. And we are easily reached, and we've been in the market forever. I have over 3,000 videos on YouTube, 1,000 videos of success stories from students through the years. So we've done well.
You guys are doing it right. Sharif, definitely appreciate your time today, and I look forward to following you. Thank you.